nor day given tonight, that I might have one final kiss and enjoy the last daylight. The call has now gone forth, and answer thee. It is not a king you fight for, but this lass you fight for me. My wild lad, until we meet once more. My brave lad, the enemy before my sweetest lad. Remember me, I pray, my only lad. Be there at end of day.
Hey guys, welcome back to the trail. Unusual today, we are not hiking on this glorious bank holiday weekend. No, we are on the push bike, the e-bike. Now don't worry, it's not about to become the Pilgrim Biker channel, though you know it does have a ring to it. It's more a case of I've wanted to do a hike through Blackpool, but the mileage and the route just doesn't work out. You'd have to basically walk up the Golden Mile all the way to Bisping and then come back down through the sort of housing areas, and it wouldn't make for much of an interesting video. So I thought to myself, it's too hot to run to hike today. I did run this morning, did my 10k, but it's too hot to hike. It's supposed to be pushing 30 degrees, scorcher. I thought, well, let's dust off the e-bike. Let's get a few miles on the e-bike. So we're going to ride. We've already started from Lytham. We've covered Lytham, and now we're heading up through Blackpool proper, up the Golden Mile. And you know what? I feel a pint coming on. So yeah, unusual today, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. You get to see a lot more of Blackpool, a lot more sunshine, and I don't have to sweat as much because I'm on an e-bike, and it's fantastic. So guys, I hear that pint calling me. Let's get back on the road.
The sun is climbing, the air is stirring, the way becomes clear. I feel its distant murmuring. The world is awaking, life now comes alive. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to survive. Over lands and hills I'll go, on this endless road back home. Through valleys and rivers deep, I'll travel this road alone. Over fields and on to evening, I'll hurry to beat the night. Though the world might dare to stop me, I'll make it to the daylight. Through mist and storm, and down the darkest pit, onto cloudless peaks above, to face the desert grid. Crossing rivers too broad, under the midday heat, trampling silent forests with both my aching feet. Over lands and hills I'll go, on this endless road back home. Through valleys and rivers deep, I'll travel this road alone. Over fields and on to evening, I'll hurry to beat the night. the daylight. High the mountain tops and gloomy be the valley, wettest marsh I tread, and skulk down darkest alley, to climb the endless stairs and face the narrow way. Evening closes around me and threatens to swallow the day. Over lands and hills I'll go on this endless road back home. Through valleys and rivers deep I'll travel this road alone. Over fields and on to evening I'll hurry to beat the night. Though the world might dare to stop me, I'll make it to the daylight. Blistered body aches and feet to feel like stone. Arms are weak to carry and back begins to moan. But tired as I may be, as night comes ever on, I shall not stop this journey, I swear I shall go.
Well guys, that's about as far as I'm prepared to go. That pretty much ends the nice bit of Blackpool. I'm just sat on this bench chilling for a minute. Behind me there, the quieter end of the beach near Bispam. Pub was a bit busy. I really need one of them outdoor seats so they can bring the beer to me. But as we head back that way, I'm going to try the Albert and the Lion. A Wetherspoons where I can use the app. Yeah, it's a lot cooler here than it would be at home. Obviously, sea breeze coming in. Man, very much loving the Splach Patriot. That's the model. Thanks Ian for giving it me at a reduced price. Absolutely loving it. Got a sore backside though. I've been a long time out of the saddle, but yeah, hope you've enjoyed it so far. We got a bit of live music. That's all right, isn't it? I'm just having some energy, some meerkats. I really do need a pint though. Yeah, so I'm going to have a couple of minutes here and then I'm going to turn around and go back. It's Wales next weekend. Woohoo! Really looking forward to that. Nice breakaway. Get some hiking done, because I am the pilgrim hiker, not the biker.
The big plays on forever on. This day ends, blends into one. Why do we do it? Find ourselves here. I'm still curious forevermore. If we die, so we die. But if we live, what have you fun? If we drown, don't get back up. Die if we dance and move stepping on treading stones, endless nights we skate the dawn. Life rocks on and we'll follow it flow. Evidence and the fire burns on. If we die, so we die. But if we live, whatever for. If we drop, don't get back up. But if we dance, we move
Just making our way down through St Annes on Sea. Left Blackpool behind now. Still got 58% battery, but I have been taking it quite easy. Not been caning it. Plenty of cycle paths. I'm a good citizen. I obey the law. I just have no idea where I'm going. Hey guys, we are back at the car. A very hot, a very steamy car, and you can tell. No, I'll tell you what, I'll drop the filter so you can't see how red-faced I am. Got a little browning on the arms. Yeah, it's El Scorcho in the car. It was nice on the front because the breeze was coming in, kept everything cool. So I'll just lean this side, put the Garmin stats here. I did forget to unpause at one point. I don't know how much distance I lost. I can't tell now because I came back the same way, and so the red line is now overwritten the first red line. But there's some rough figures for you. The calories one. Obviously Garmin doesn't know I'm using an e-bike, but it goes off heart rate anyway. So I might have burned 700 calories because I wasn't... Well, let's start at the beginning, shall we? Before I go into the details of the e-bike itself. First of all, this is not the Pilgrim Biker channel. Don't panic if this really didn't do it for you. It's just another tool in the toolbox, I think. The reason being is I wanted to do a hike in Blackpool to cover the Golden Mile, and I know other channels have covered Blackpool in and out, but I thought, you know, I needed a hike. But on the maps, logistically, it just did not work. Because by the time you've walked from one end of Blackpool to Bispam, you're basically going to do a 180-degree turn and come all the way back because there's nothing else to include. If you go behind the front, you just end up in housing areas. They're not very pleasant. You know, I'll leave that to the people of Blackburn to decide, but people of Blackburn, people of Blackpool to decide. So it never really worked out on a map, and I wanted to do it. And then my brother-in-law has graciously given me this for a reduced price, this Splach Patriot e-bike, EPAC, electric pedal assist cycle. And it all came together, and I thought, well, why not ride it? Because I'm not really doing much effort. It's an e-bike. Yeah, and so for me, absolutely brilliant. The weather for this weekend has been predicted to be beautiful, as you have seen. I was out Friday, it's bank holiday. I was out Friday with my son. We did my usual Dalton Crag walk. He hadn't done it before. It was hot, hot, hot. El Scorchio, sweat dripping, literally dripping down me. So I didn't really fancy doing any walks of big hikes today because this was the hottest day on the predictions. So it all came together. Why not ride the e-bike? I personally love it. Absolutely adore the e-bike. It's all the joy of my motorcycling days, with none of the expense, none of the risk. You can tootle along, you can go off-road, you can go on the pavement, you can do so much more with minimal amount of effort. And sometimes you just want to enjoy something without putting too much effort in. So that's where the e-bike wins for me. It's an electric pedal assist cycle, which means although this is an imported model and has a throttle, on the whole you don't really use it, perhaps just to set off from a stationary position, maybe at traffic lights, or to blip past a pedestrian. But on the whole, I'm actually pedaling, and I use the pedal assist button. It's like gears. You go up a gear and it gives you more assistance in each pedal. So if you notice at the end, as I came down the road at 15 miles an hour, it was maxed out on pedal assist. Downhill, I probably could squeeze some more mileage out of it. But that gives you a rough idea. So as I'm going along, I'm not really putting any effort in, I'm just turning the pedals. And it makes it so much more relaxing, more enjoyable. And you also have the choice, if you do want to work a little bit, you can drop the amount of assist that it gives you and up the gears as normal and give yourself a bit of a workout. So you've got options. The other beauty of it is obviously the camera mount on the handlebars, brilliant. I could just stop, start, record, pull up, as we did with the busker. She was singing away there, and just listen, record, and then set off again. All the freedom, none of the hassle. So for me, it's been an absolute winner of a day. And it might be something that if a particular cycle route, I've got people surrounding me for some reason, looking at cars, and I'm just going to distract myself because they're all literally stood on the opposite side of my windscreen, and they've gone. You can just see them behind me. Right, so as I was saying, so it gave so much freedom to cover a lot of mileage and just duck and dive and weave. Now I'll hit the negatives. Maybe you've never ridden one, or maybe you're considering one. I'm not selling it to you, each to their own. I've always enjoyed cycling to some degree, but I don't like the effort that has to go into it. I'm not like, lycra pants kind of guy, but I like the freedom of it. This hits the spot for me. So the negatives are, I wanted a pint, but obviously this is an expensive bike and very stealable. So it's not simply a case of, well, I'll just put a chain around it and then go into the pub and get my pint. So it's kind of like, it's really that stealable, especially in Blackpool. You're very paranoid about where you leave it. So when I was always aware that when I set off, I would be looking for an outdoor seating area where I could order the pint. So Wetherspoons, but both Wetherspoons were rammed in the outdoor seating because you can use the app to order the pint. So the last one I found was the inn on the prom or something. But the problem was it had an outside bar, so I could put my bike to one side and still have eyes on while I ordered my pint. The problem was it was a minefield of chairs and tables to get to the bar. Excuse me, mate, just scoot through there. You're alright. Thanks, guys. So I had to it worked out in the end. I didn't make too much of a fool of myself. I just kind of jiggled it around and got there. And I was able to sit with my bike while I drank my delicious pint of Peroni with the hot sun baking me. The second negative because I don't have a phone holder on the handlebars, which needs to be a must item, is navigating. So as I came back, I wanted to find the car park I was at, and I couldn't access Google Maps like I would do with a car, and you don't really want to be riding one-handed. But that can be fixed with a mobile phone holder on the handlebars. That's my next purchase. And that's the only negative. Oh, the other negative is the range isn't as, I suppose the range isn't as good as you might think. So I think I've done 20 miles or more. I've done more than 20 today, and I'm down to 40% battery. So I was definitely feathering the amount of power I was using on the way up, knowing that once I got to the halfway point, if I was below 50%, I might have a problem, because this is such a heavy bike that once the battery is empty and gone, it's very difficult to pedal it as a normal push bike back, because there's enormous tires, big frame. So you really want to be clued up on how much mileage you can get out of your battery and how to extend it if you need to, usually by keeping the speed down, minimal amount of pedal assist, and you doing a lot of the work. So again, it's just a new piece of equipment that you've got to learn the ins and outs of to make the most use of it. So I wouldn't be doing a 200-mile trip on this bike. It just wouldn't happen. And yeah, well, it's just, again, thoroughly enjoyable. Obviously I'm hot now, I'm sweating. I'm going to bang that AC on and drive home, and I've had a really good day, and it's only took a couple of hours to do that. Brilliant. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. As I said before, next week it's a week, sort of 4 days in Wales. Hopefully it'll be hiking if the weather permits. Some of the old haunts from when I was younger. I love Wales, love North Wales, and obviously staying in an Airbnb with my 3 favourite people. That's me, myself and I. Just going to have some downtime, which I haven't had in years and years and years, because people say, oh, you've been on holiday, you went hiking, you did this, and it's like, oh no, if I go hiking with a group, it's work. I've really got to make an effort to get everything to happen, to be organised, to execute, and you don't feel like you've relaxed. If you go away with the family, again, you're trying to make sure they're having a good time, even if it's just me and my wife. You're trying your hardest to make sure everything comes together, everything works. And a lot of the time it's sacrifice, because they don't particularly want to do what I want to do, and vice versa. So this would be the first time. Obviously Shadow was for 13 years restricted me in a good way, as a sort of dog parent. But now obviously he is gone. This is the first time I can just go somewhere and I'm not on the clock. I think it's going to be weird. I would like to at least spend one day with the phone off and just decompress. I don't know, I've got a few goals, a few aims for this holiday. Primarily it's to walk, relax, and work on the new Miller and Riley book. We'll see. Don't want to, over predict, but yeah, we'll see. And whether I take the Splach with me, don't know, stupid name for a bike, Splach. I like the Patriot bit, but not Splach. Maybe I might take that with me. Don't know. Got all week to decide. Anyway, guys, I have rambled on much too long, and the sweat is gathering. I need a shower. So, guys, I hope you got something from this video. I hope you just enjoyed it. Hope you didn't feel sick. Certain televisions, you can watch these motion action cameras, and they just knock you sick because your eyes are trying to follow this ultra high def image. I hope that didn't happen to you. I hope you got to enjoy it. And guys, next time I expect to see you back on the trail.